This video will outline the stages of recruiting and screening sensory panelists. 1. An outline of sensory panel recruitment, screening, and training. Sensory panel recruitment: A. Define target population. Advertise and promote the recruitment process. C. Screen and pre-qualify potential panelists. D. Select the final panelists based on criteria such as demographics, sensory ability, and reliability. Sensory panel screening: A. Assess panelists' sensory ability through initial tests. B. Confirm that panelists can detect and distinguish product attributes. C. Eliminate panelists who do not meet the required sensory thresholds. Sensory panel training: A. Provide panelists with product knowledge and sensory evaluation techniques. B. Establish consistent sensory evaluation protocols. C. Train panelists to eliminate personal biases. D. Continuously monitor and retrain panelists to ensure their sensory abilities remain consistent. 2. Sensory panel recruitment. Recruitment process for a sensory panel. Researchers look for individuals with a keen sense of taste, smell, and texture to join the panel and help evaluate and improve products. Step 1. Define target population. The target population is people who have a strong interest in food and are familiar with a wide range of food and beverage products. Researchers either look for individuals who are 18 years or older depending on the product and live in the local area, or for population group for the product. Step 2. Advertise and promote. Human resource and/or researchers will advertise the recruitment process through local newspapers, social media, and word of mouth. Researchers will also offer incentives to those who successfully complete the recruitment process and join the panel. Step 3. Screen and pre-qualify. Potential panelists will be required to complete a brief survey to pre-qualify them for the next step. This survey will help gather information about their background and sensory preferences. Step 4. Select the final panelists. Based on the survey results, researcher will invite a group of potential panelists to participate in a sensory test. This test will assess their sensory abilities and help determine the final panelists. Step 5. Notify successful applicants. The successful applicants will be notified via email or phone. They will be required to attend a mandatory training session where they will learn more about the sensory evaluation and their role in it. The panelists will be part of the sensory panel and then go on to the next stage of panel screening. If panelists have any questions or concerns, they will be given details of a contact person. 3. Sensory panel screening. Sensory panel screening process is an important step in ensuring that the panel is comprised of individuals with strong sensory abilities who can accurately evaluate products. Step 1. Introduction to the process. The researcher will explain the purpose of this screening process. Researcher will be looking to assess the ability to detect and distinguish various sensory attributes of food and beverage products. This will help the researcher to determine if panelists have the necessary skills to join the sensory panel. Step 2. Sensory tests. The screening process will involve several sensory tests. These tests will assess the panelists' ability to detect and distinguish different tastes, smells, and textures. Panelists will be asked to evaluate a series of food and beverage samples and provide your opinions on their attributes. Step 3. Eliminating personal biases. It is important that panelists can evaluate the samples objectively and without personal biases. During the screening process, researcher will provide panelists with training on how to eliminate personal biases and ensure consistent and reliable evaluations. Step 4. Scoring and analysis. Panelists' responses will be scored and analyzed to determine if they meet the sensory thresholds required to join the panel. Researchers look for individuals who have strong sensory abilities and a consistent ability to distinguish sensory attributes. Step 5. Notifying the successful applicants. Successful panelists will be notified via email or phone and will be invited to attend a mandatory training session. The training session will provide more information on the sensory panel and your role in it. Panel participating in the sensory panel screening process. We appreciate your time and effort in helping us build a strong and reliable sensory panel. Sensory panel training. Intro. Sensory panel training session. The training is an essential part of preparing panelists for their role as a sensory panelist. The researchers are committed to providing panelists with the necessary tools and knowledge to accurately evaluate our products and provide valuable feedback. Step 1. Introduction to the sensory panel. Before we begin, let me provide you with an overview of the sensory panel and your role in it. The sensory panel is responsible for evaluating and providing feedback on our food and beverage products. Panelists' opinions and evaluations will play a critical role in helping researchers improve the quality and taste of our products. Step 2: Product knowledge. In the training session, panelists will receive a comprehensive overview of the product line and the sensory attributes that are important to evaluate. This knowledge will be essential in helping panelists accurately evaluate the products and provide meaningful feedback. Step 3: Sensory evaluation techniques. We will provide you with training on the various sensory evaluation techniques that are used in the industry. Panelists will learn about the methodology behind these techniques and how to apply them in product evaluations. Step 4: Eliminating personal biases. One of the key challenges in sensory evaluation is eliminating personal biases. During this training session, panelists will receive guidance on how to eliminate personal biases and ensure consistent and reliable evaluations. This will ensure that the panel remains consistent and reliable in its evaluations. Step 5: Continuous monitoring and retraining. Researchers understand that sensory abilities can change over time, and it is important that there is continuously monitoring and retraining of panelists. Now the researcher will have a databank of panelists, can always call them when there are tasting sessions for products which fits their demographics. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more similar content.